back. I had the long promised full review of the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Foundation and Concealer because I was able to find it. Both of these ran about $12. I did find a coupon for both of them before I purchased them, so I was able to get a deal on both of them. And I know that there's, you can find buy one get one half off at CVS a lot of times for Maybelline products. You could get both of them at the same time. I purchased the foundation in 25 Nude Beige, and it is what I'm wearing right now, and I will show you a demo here in just a little bit. This is supposed to be a skin transforming foundation. In fact, it claims that your skin will improve with long-term use or continued use of this product. It does have a broad spectrum SPF 15 in it, and it also has acetyl C, and it is oil free. So I've been using this every single day. It's the only foundation that I've used since I got it because I wanted to find out if the claims that it would improve my skin were actually true. I will say, disclaimer, I do not have sensitive skin. Products don't break me out very often. So I'm not really the person to tell you if this is going to cause you to break out. But it did not cause me any skin problems whatsoever. What I did notice was that over time I didn't really see a whole lot of improvement to my skin. I don't have bad skin to begin with, so I didn't have more issues than I usually do. Usually the skin issues that I have is I just get some little blackheads right here on the side of my nose and right here in the crease of my chin, and I will occasionally get pimples like around my jawline. I had probably the same amount of those that I usually do. I won't say that they got better, but they didn't get worse either. The blendability of this, when you first put it on, and to put my foundation on, I use, and it doesn't say what kind of brush this is, I use this Tarte brush. It's at an angle, it's very dense. You could also use, this is another foundation brush that I really like. It is the Real Techniques buffing brush. Again, it is very dense and has a nice area to blend in your foundation. So I think both of those work great with this foundation. It blends very easy. What I do is I just squirt out a pump, put some dots around my face as I am showing you here on this demo, and then I just blend it in. And as you can see in this demo, it really does a very great job of evening out my skin tone, of really giving me sort of that flawless finish. Now, one thing that I will say is that this is an interesting finish. It is not shimmery, it is not glowy, but it is not matte. It is not a semi-matte really either. What it is I'll say it's a very healthy look. It doesn't look like you've applied an artificial glow to your face. It doesn't look like you've applied a really artificial finish. What it looks like is a very healthy finish. I'll say it almost kind of looks like beach sand when the sun is not shining on it. You know, when the sun shines on beach sand and you can see all those little speckles that shimmer in it. This is like when the sun is first coming up in the morning and you can just sort of barely see those. That's kind of the finish that I think that it gives. As far as staying power, it does stay all day. I haven't had any problems with it. I've actually gone to sleep with this on my face several times, and it actually still looked good in the morning, believe it or not. There was one day that I went to sleep and I woke up really late, had to be somewhere, and I literally woke up, looked at my face, put a little bit of blush on, touched up my eyeliner, and walked out the door. I didn't have to retouch up my foundation. So it has amazing, incredible staying power. Very easy to wash off. I just use a cleansing gel, wash it off, and then I follow up with a regular soap for my face. I don't have any problems with removing the product at all. I will say that the concealer is really good. I would put it on par with the CoverGirl, the Ready Set Gorgeous, that I really like. It's sort of that same consistency. It does have a doe foot applicator, and I do just kind of rub that straight on. And then I use this brush, which is a Jerry G brush, and it really needs to be washed right now because I've been using it all week. But it has an angle, so I can really get up underneath my eye and blend that in right up there beautifully, and then blend it down on the rest of my face. I don't do the triangle. I don't really do beside my nose. I really just kind of put it right here under my eyes and then just blend it down. I think that this is a great finish. As you can see, it does a great job covering up my under eye circles. This is at the end of the day. I put my makeup on about 8 o'clock this morning, and it is now 6 o'clock at night. I have not done any touch-ups. I didn't do any retouching before I filmed this video except for putting lipstick on. So this is what it looks like at the end of the day. I've not retouched my blush. I've not retouched anything. This is just what it looks like at the end of the day. The concealer does not have that same almost shimmery quality. It is just a straight flat concealer. It doesn't have, you know, anything like that in it. It doesn't have the SPF in it either, so something to note if you're looking for a foundation with SPF. I have noticed that neither, even though they have SPF, cause a flashback when you're taking a photo. So that's something always to consider with a foundation with an SPF, is if you're going to get flashback when you're taking a photo. The concealer is 0.25 fluid ounces, and the foundation is 1 ounce. I had mentioned in a previous video that I wasn't sure what my normal drugstore ones were. I did look, and all of the drugstore ones that I have are either 1 ounce or 1.3 ounces, with the standard being the 1 ounce. The only complaint that I have about this foundation is I've been using this solidly for a month, and I've used up, and I'm trying to see exactly where I am, I've used up probably down to here for this product. You can see that I've used up quite a bit on this side. So it doesn't last quite as long. Usually when I buy a drugstore foundation, it's going to last me about 3 months. I'm going to assume that this one's going to last me about 2. And I'm not really sure why that is. I just do 1 pump every single day, and maybe that pump is a little bit larger that comes out from some of my other pumps, or that I just normally squeeze out on my hand. But I find that the amount that the pump gives you is really the perfect amount for me. I haven't had to add any more. I haven't, you know, thought that it came out a little too much and that I had some left over. I thought it was really the perfect amount for the pump. So I will say that as far as drugstore foundations go, I'm kind of in love with this, with my only complaint being that I wish it would last longer. I mean, that's not really a terrible complaint. So I think that these are great products. I would highly recommend them. I do think it is replacing the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous as my favorite drugstore foundation and concealer. So these are my new favorite drugstore go-tos. Go buy, pick them up, let me know if you buy it and what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I am sorry that it took me so long to get this promised video out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.